Hi everyone, this is Donny Lowy from Closeout Today I'd like to share with you sources for finding wholesale clothing for your eBay sales. Alright, one source is a wholesale warehouse. Whether you come to my wholesale warehouse or you go to a wholesale warehouse in your fashion district out in California or in Florida, there are warehouses that you can visit. There are warehouses that specialize in department store overstock, in store return clothing, and excess merchandise from manufacturers, and canceled orders, and production that was originally intended for a customer, whether it's a large retailer and they didn't want it at the end, or they rejected it for some reason. So you can go to warehouses such as my warehouse. I specialize mostly in brand name clothing, which is overstock from department stores. So for example, you'll find Tahari, Jones New York, Nine West, Calvin Klein, Polo, Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, and many different brands, and the actual merchandise changes all the time. The advantage of coming to a wholesale warehouse is that you get to see all the merchandise in person and you can make your own selection. So if, for example, if you feel that you could do very well on eBay, and especially if after researching the market you feel you could do very well by selling Tahari suits, then you would come to my warehouse, you would look for the Tahari suits, you would buy them, and you would put them up on eBay. One thing I recommend is bring your smartphone with you, because I've seen some eBay sellers do this. They come to my warehouse, they scan the clothing, they see what they can actually make money with, and then they buy those items. I had a lady who came to my warehouse. She scanned a whole bunch of suits, and she ended up buying about 20 suits, and those were the suits that she researched on eBay, and she saw that those suits were selling for her. Another way to get clothing at wholesale prices, even sometimes below wholesale, is by going to clearance racks of department stores. It could be a department store, it can be a large discounter such as Marshall's or TJ Maxx, but a lot of times they'll have items on clearance. And now you're not going to get a large quantity of items, but the items that you do buy, you can potentially buy them at a really low wholesale price. Let's say, for example, that JCPenney's had a really large sale, and now they have left 30 men's dress shirts, and they're odds and ends. So there'll be a men's dress shirt, color blue, size 17.5, and the next one is a dress shirt, color red, size 14.5. Now, those might not be very popular sizes and colors in their store, but if you buy them and you put them up on eBay, and potentially thousands and thousands, if not millions of people could see your listing, so you're going to be able to find someone who needs that color or that size. Of course, it's not a guarantee, but the chances are a lot greater selling online than for that department store to try to still sell that item in their store. The same thing is at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. When they have clothing on their racks and on their shelves for too long, then they just want to get rid of it. They'll put a clearance price and they'll blow it out. So you can find some really good deals that way. Another great resource is to go to thrift stores. Now, when you go to thrift stores, most of what they do is to specialize in used clothing. I know there's a preference for new clothing as opposed to used clothing, but you can find some designer used clothing which could sell well on eBay. And sometimes at thrift stores, there'll be donations of clothing that are brand new, that still have the original labels and tags. If you buy it at a low enough price, you'll be able to resell it, hopefully at a good margin. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're definitely welcome to visit my warehouse in New York. My website is closeoutexplosion.com. Have a great day.